Natalie from Light of Ascension Tarot, and today we are going to have some fun. There is no theme for this reading, and there is no oracle cards shuffled or laid out. I literally just have all my decks in front of me, and I'm just going to pick whatever I want in your reading, whatever feels right to me, whatever I feel is going to resonate for you. And we're just gonna have a chaos reading, okay? And the reading today is called Pisces Full Moon Bonanza Chaos Goddess, okay? And the moon is full today at 28 degrees Pisces, which correlates to the third decan of Pisces, which correlates to Mars in Pisces in the tarot, or the 10 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups are the Pisces cards in the tarot deck, and they're all very different. And the 10 of Cups is like, whoa, you know. But when you think about Mars in Pisces, it's not like, yay, exciting, right? And it just so happens that this full moon in Pisces, in the last degrees of Pisces, is, you know, opposing Mars and Libra. So the moon is going to go into Aries tonight, probably as you watch this video. If you're sick of the Pisces moon, don't worry, the moon's going into Aries in a couple of hours here. But while the moon is still in Pisces, or Pisces, as I like to call it, Pisces. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm in one of those moods, and we're gonna be crazy, we're gonna be wild, we're gonna be goofy. I am taking some astrology classes right now, and my astrology teacher just described the ecliptic as the piss path of the sun. The piss path. All right, so I mean, life is fun. Life is fun. Learning is fun. Everything's fun. And we are, yeah, we're at a cool time. We're at autumn equinox. And you know, one thing I've noticed recently is a lot of people like bowing out of groups, and you see it on Facebook. I've seen it with 3 or 4 different people, or people just saying, you know, I think it's the right time to just kind of end this, you know, or to just kind of walk away from this. And it's very much Mars and Pisces. It's very much those last degrees of Pisces where we get into no man's land, right? Between 360 degrees or 359 degrees Pisces and 0 degrees Aries, right? We're just in that soup. We're in that soup. We're in that no man's land. And a lot of people are just like leaving groups, leaving associations, taking the piss, taking it off, ripping the Band-Aid off. And, you know, and probably for some people, it's a long time coming. And the way I'm seeing people do it is in a very Libra or a very Mars and Libra type of way. I don't want to agitate anyone, but it is time for me to kind of go and sneak away from this thing that I've been doing for several years. Or not sneak away, but just, that's the end, folks, right? You guys remember that little thing on cartoons from back in the day where they would say, that's all, folks, So I definitely think there is some of that energy going on right now. And if you've noticed it too, I think it's just, you know, Pisces in the last few degrees here, and the world is just changing and evolving. We're heading into the equinox. It's time to say goodbye to certain things. It's time to let go, and time to move on to new things, which is exciting, but it's also like, wah, you know, because it's like we want to savor that moment. We want to hold on to that moment a little bit more. So warriors of love, my fellow 10 of Cupians, I would call us the 10 of Cupians if we lived in a kingdom today. And I would call us the warriors of love, because we're Mars and Pisces today. And we're just going with the flow. We're going with the motion. It's the motion in the ocean, right? And I posted a picture earlier to Instagram and said champagne wishes and, or no, what did I say? I said caviar wishes and Pisces moon dreams. Do you guys remember that old saying? Robin Leach used to say, you know, champagne wishes and caviar dreams, or whatever the hell he used to say. So with that being said, everybody, we are still gonna have piles to choose from, because I believe in the experience of choosing your own destiny. And when I was a kiddo, I loved those choose your own adventure books, okay? So I still want you guys to choose your own adventure. And of course you can watch all the piles if you feel like you're into it. And we have 3 piles to choose from today. So you can go directly to the timestamp to find your pile. For pile number 1, we have the Amethyst. For pile number 2, we have the beautiful Citrine. And for pile number 3, we have the gorgeous and effervescent Rainbow Aura Quartz. Okay, so 3 beautiful stones. The amethyst is a raw amethyst, and you know, salt of the earth amethyst. I love, this is like one of my favorite pieces of amethyst ever. Usually I'm not that impressed with amethyst, but I do like this one, okay? So I promise I'm sober during this reading, everybody. I just wanted to do like a total chaos reading that makes absolutely no sense, but also offers you some hopefully weird wisdom, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the piles, and you can choose pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. If you like to choose by the decks, pile 1 is, I think it's the Santa Maria deck, and it's like skulls, or the Santa Muerte deck, I forget what it's called, but anyway, it has a bunch of skulls in it. It's pretty cool. The second deck is just the straight up Rider-Waite deck, and the third deck is the Mermaid Tarot. So whatever you're feeling, whatever vibe you're flowing with today, whatever, you know, roller skates you got on today, everybody, we're just gonna flow with the energy, my darlings, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it in Pisces style. We do not have a plan. We do not care. We are just going to channel the messages, okay? With that said, let's go ahead and get into it. Thank you, Spirit, for giving me this beautiful idea to share with everyone today, and welcome in our guides and our angels to be with us during this most auspicious time. All right, let's do it. Pile number 1, you chose the Amethyst, and today's reading is a completely crazy reading full of nonsense. No, I'm just kidding, pile number 1, but we are at the Pisces full moon, and this video is called the Full Moon Bonanza, and we are just gonna be with the energy of the chaos goddess today, and we're gonna let this river see where it takes us. So we're gonna see what makes sense and what feels good and what's all groovy and shit, right? Because we got the 10 of Cups is Mars in Pisces and the last decan of Pisces, where this full moon is hitting at 28 degrees Pisces. So I'm feeling the call to this beautiful oracle of the 7 energies here for you today, pile number 1. And I'm just gonna talk to you, tell you some things that are going on, what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing. I'm getting the J names already, like Jennifer or Jen. Thank you, Spirit. I'm also seeing a red wagon, okay? So red, of course, is the color of Mars, but maybe some of you had a red wagon when you were younger, but let's go ahead and get into it. Red wagon, let's see. For my pile number 1, Spirit, what can you show me? Ice, I'm also getting ice cubes. All right, maybe some of you are crunching on ice cubes or sucking on them right now. Drinking a fabulous drink with ice cubes in it, and the glass is clinking because I'm hearing that. So let's go ahead and jump into it. My beautiful pile number 1s. What does Spirit want to share? We have let it go. Okay, so when the moon is in the last couple degrees of the zodiac before it starts the entire cycle all over again, the best thing we can do is let it go, all right? And we are at the fall equinox here in a couple of days. The sun is switching over to Libra, and hey, as they say in the movie Frozen, let it go, right? I can't sing, but you guys know what I mean. And so a little birdie told you to let it go and told you to free your heartstrings and open up your heart. I'm also, the Spirit's giving me ventriloquist. All right, I feel like it's almost like venting that heart open. Venti, venti, pile number one, venti, venti, venti. All right, venti that heart open. Let's see what else Spirit is going to give us. What else are you going to give us today, Spirit, for pile number one? We have body and soul, so it's time to pay attention to both. And this looks like a cute little dinosaur to me. It's so cute, and there's a dragonfly here too. But very sweet energy, all right? And in body and soul, you're meant to let a lot go right now. So, you know, whatever's been weighing on you, whatever's been heavy on you, whatever you've been grieving or greening, because there's a lot of green here, Spirit is saying, hey, it's time in body and soul to let it go. Yeah, and we have birds of the feather on the bottom here. So birds of a feather flock together, and we have card 24 and 25 and the number 5. Okay, so 24, 25, and 5 are important here. And you know, if there's someone you've been wondering about, you're like, damn, I don't know, like, I'm not sure if we belong together, I'm not sure if this friendship is right for me, or I'm not sure if this community is right for me, or I just don't know about it. Hey, you know, birds of a feather, everyone, you know, like minds think alike, birds of a feather flock together. But you guys may be thinking about letting go of something right now when it comes to that. All right, letting go of something. And now I'm feeling this deck, Deepest Desires. Okay, this is a sexual deck. So, you know, from one thing to the next, from one thing to the next, pile number one. Let's go ahead and see what Spirit would like to tell you. What does Spirit want to tell my beautiful pile number ones on this full moon? We have, I'm madly in love. I guess there's no holding back. I just want to express it and feel your attack. Okay, so somebody needs to get something out, all right? There's no more holding back. And in order to let something go, I feel like you need to express it. Pile number one, you need to express it. Even if it causes a confrontation, there's something about just getting the words out or getting the energy out, okay? Your whispers run up my neck and ears. Yours is the voice that I can feel, all right? So something about the eyes here. The eyes definitely have it. And we have Dominatrix on the bottom of the deck. So you might be feeling kind of spicy right now, pile number one, during this Pisces full moon. And yeah, but I think you want to see some action on something too, all right? You want to feel somebody in body and soul, all right? Or you'll let it go, pile number one. Let's see what else. What else would Spirit like to tell my beautiful pile number ones, please? We have, I wasn't ready to face the truth, okay? So somebody wasn't ready, and I think you were holding the truth to someone's mouth like a loaded gun, because that's exactly what she's doing here, all right? And this person wasn't ready to face the truth in your life, pile number one. And maybe I'm skipping around, and I'm talking about multiple people, multiple scenarios, but you know, this is a chaos reading, so so go with it. And you know, this person is saying, I wasn't ready to face the truth, although I feel that your soft eyes see through this person, and it would be so much easier if they just let it go, all right? And maybe some of you guys weren't ready to face the truth either about this situation, and it may be affecting your body and your emotions, I feel like, okay? Because you've been waiting for something. I feel like you've been waiting for this expression. All right, let's get one more card here for my pile number ones from this deck. You make me feel things I've never felt before in body and soul, okay? So yeah, from the first moment we touched, your arms felt like home. I mean, that's such Pisces energy of just dissolving into something and just going limp in a way and not caring and just dissolving into that primordial soup, right? And there's a lot of trust when that happens, right? And here, you know, someone made you feel things you never felt before in your body and your soul, but it was challenging and it was hard. And maybe you weren't ready to face the truth about that you were madly in love with someone, pile number 1, okay? And, you know, maybe someone was madly in love with you too. Let's see what else we get here for my pile number 1s. I'm getting spirits giving me wishful thinking, all right? So I wasn't ready to face the truth. I had wishful thinking. Someone here had wishful thinking. And that's where the 10 of Cups, you know, 28 degrees Pisces full moon correlates to the 10 of Cups in the tarot. That's where the 10 of Cups can kind of go the wrong direction when it's like wishful thinking or a fantasy, okay? So let's see what else here. Let's see what else for my pile number 1s. We have health check. So there's something really important about something you've been hanging on to that's weighing super heavy on your heart, pile number 1, that has been affecting your health too, all right? And it's been affecting your outlook. And, you know, with the orange here, the orange, I always feel like that orange blossom wakes us up. It makes us feel alert. It makes us feel like smart. Whenever I would eat oranges back in the day, whenever I was studying something hard, I would eat an orange and it would help me feel smarter, which is so funny. But there's something here about a health check. And, it's an orange and it reminds me of the sacral chakra. So maybe some of you guys are due to see your gyno, or you're due to deal with any issues around reproductive issues or anything around that, okay? Your reproductive system is what I would say. And, or just a general health checkup, because I feel like something's been weighing on you pretty heavy, pile number 1. So, you know, it's affecting your health, both mentally, emotionally, and physically, and spiritually, I feel, all right? Maybe you weren't ready to face the truth about someone, even though your eyes are the eyes that see deep, okay? So let's get one more card from this deck for my pile number 1s. Access denied. All right, so, you know, damn it, pile number 1. This has been a bitch, hasn't it, for you? All right. And it's been frustrating. All right. As lovely as you've been, as beautiful as you've been, as amazing as you've been, something here is not opening up for you. And someone is kind of shutting down the fantasy. Okay. And, you know, and they just haven't been expressing how they feel, or you just weren't ready to face the truth about how this person feels, okay? And I think somebody here was deeply in love, pile number 1, okay? But Spirit is saying, no, this is being blocked from your life right now for a reason, all right? And there might be something about it that keeps you in a lower vibration, or keeps you feeling unhealthy, or actually makes you feel unhealthy. Some of you may have been, your health may have been a bit shaky since you actually met this person. And I want you to think about that if that's the case, okay? And let's go ahead and get an animal here for my beautiful, or a symbol here for my beautiful pile number 1s, please. We have ancestors and the past, okay? So something that you haven't really wanted to look at, and it could have to be about your own health, or your own ancestry, or something that people, your own ancestors or your own parents or grandparents, etc., were not able to face. They weren't ready to face this, all right? And you have no choice now but to face this. It's sitting with you now, pile number 1, and as unfair as that might seem, it really is. But you're a shapeshifter, you're creative, you're beautiful, and you've got this, okay? And you're gonna turn something into beautiful art, I feel, and it's not too late. I think it's important that you know that. And you will feel this powerful, beautiful way again. You will feel adored. You will feel this beautiful energy. And, you know, you are this energy anyway. You're a shapeshifter, and that's Pisces energy too. That's Neptune, Neptunian energy, the ability to shift in and out, and maybe even shift back into, you know, the mindset of your ancestors or the people that came before you, to kind of identify what this key issue is that needs to be let go of. Ooh, damn, okay, that's too many. But you know what? We're doing a chaos reading, so why the hell not? All right. We're just going to take them. So we have the rainbow and we have transition. We have detox, we have strength and mountain, and we have death and skull. So, you know, the transition, right? The rainbow bridge is definitely here. And some of you guys may have dealt with your own mortality or that of a pet or that of a loved one. And there's some real heaviness, okay? And there does need to be a detox here, all right? There's some real heaviness. And you know, there is this pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and I've been talking about that recently in readings about how the pot of gold is there at the end of the rainbow, but there's a lot of dead brush to clear away. There's a lot to clear away. It's like double death card here, okay, in the tarot. And the mountain to me is very Saturn. It's very Saturn energy. And it's like Saturn in Virgo, or Saturn, or someone that has, you know, Virgo in their chart, but also Saturn heavy. And it's just telling me here, it's time to detox. Your system is very sensitive, and you've been working through a lot of change and transition, and you are a very sensitive person. So you do need to detox. And there's a need to kind of stay that course right now, okay, with what you're doing health-wise, with what you're doing. And that health could be physically, emotionally, mentally, whatever health check we have here, okay? And now I feel like I want to look at this deck, at this Sacred Ancient Wisdom Oracle, okay? So let's go ahead and see what else is coming up for you, pile number 1, with regard to this current full moon in Pisces. What's coming up for my pile number 1s, please? We have make plans, time to move on, and travel, okay? And on the bottom of the deck is respect. So there does need to be a baseline level of respect, no matter who you're dealing with, whether it's your ancestors, whether it's a loved one, whether it's a romantic situation. There's got to be respect, all right? And that's where the strength mountain comes into play, holding your standards, holding that strength, all right? But some of you guys, I feel, need to move those bones, rattle them bones, baby. It's time to, you know, and when I see the camel, I think of the high priestess, and I think of Gimel, which is the Hebrew word for camel, which represents the high priestess, going, you know, long ways, storing that water inside of you. And maybe some of you have been storing water inside of you, or you felt bloated, or you felt dehydrated too. On the other side, maybe bloated, on one side dehydrated. Actually, I think if you're dehydrated, that'll make you feel bloated. I know all about dehydration. I struggle with it constantly. But there's something about getting them bones, rattle them bones, pile number 1. And time to make a move, my boos, okay? Time to do some traveling, even if, you know, it's only local and you can take a road trip because the borders are closed or whatever. You know, every situation is different. But I think there's something here that needs to move. There's energy that needs to move in your body and your soul, okay? Because you've been dealing with a lot of transition and the energy's been heavy. Skull, all right? Skull cap. Skull cap. Isn't that a type of tincture that I've taken skull cap before? It helps with headaches, okay? For those of you that are dealing with headaches. And a lot of times dehydration creates headaches too, okay? I know it does for me. But I'm not a doctor, of course, pile number 1, but there is something here, you know, about the green color, the greens and the vegetables, the greens and the oranges, the heart chakra and the sacral chakra. Let's get, it's like the 2 top places where you've really been hurt, I feel. And there needs to be a detox in these spaces, okay? So there is still hope, all right? Pile number 1, don't give up. Don't give up. Even if certain doors have closed and there's a no-go and Spirit is giving you a no way, a no how, this isn't right for you, you know, there's still hope for you on your journey. You still have so much more journey left, and you have so much more journey left to go. So there is always hope. And, you know, hope can be toxic when we're holding on to something that needs to go. But you know, hope can also be a wonderful thing to motivate us to get back up on that horse after we've fallen off and continue, okay? So, and we have karmic partner. So I think some of you are still holding on to hope for a karmic partner, maybe because you had a 10 of Cups type experience of wow, beauty, fantasy, right? But, you know, I wasn't ready to face the truth, right? And these two, they're in the same room together, but they're not even looking directly each other in the eye, okay? It's miss me with that shit. You know, pile number one, when people are talking to you, but they're not really looking at you or really considering you. And somebody needs to miss you with that shit. You know how people say that? Miss me with that shit, okay? So let's see what else here. Let's see what else. We have twin flame. Well, you know, pile number one, chaos reading for you, big time here. So, you know, I think this is you trying to decide, is this a karmic partner or is this my twin flame? And, you know, sometimes it's bullshit either way. You know, it's like, how does this person make me feel? Is this real? And has my health been going down the tube since I met this person? Physical, emotional, mental, spiritual health. If you haven't been taking care of yourself in body and soul, and you've been, you know, itching to see this person, and you've been itching to see some change in the energy I feel here, and you've been wondering, you know, is there still hope when it comes to me and this person? And, you know, beautiful pile number one, this has not been easy for you guys, okay? This has not been easy. And unfortunately, like, you know, this is a chaos reading. So you know what, in the spirit of chaos, I can't even answer the question, like, is this, you know, I always want to tie readings up with a bow and put a nice bow on them and be like, okay, it's all beautiful. But, you know, that's not real life. Real life is messy. Real life is indifferent. Real life is patterns sometimes, okay? So, you know, I can just show you kind of where the energy is at right now, pile number one. So let's get some advice from your angels when it comes to your love life here. Let your friends help you, okay? So you do need the support of good people around you that can listen, that are compassionate towards you, that can help you bring up that mood of yours if you've been very frustrated or upset because you feel like you haven't been getting what you want lately. We have honeymoon, okay? I think your mind is kind of somewhere else. Like, even when you're with your friends, you know, or even when you're talking to friends, it's like you wish you were with this person, or you wish that you were off with them somewhere, or you wish that you were traveling with them somewhere, or that you were with them or seeing them, all right? And some of you would go great distance, I feel, to see this person. And, you know, I love your romantic spirit, pile number one. I'm a romantic myself, so I have no fucking room to talk, pile number one, as far as chastising you for that. But I will say, try to stay in the present moment. If you're with your friends or you're talking to people, try to appreciate, you know, and I think you do. I feel this maturity from you, pile number one. I feel maturity here. And we have deception, right? So that's, you know, Neptune can be like that. Neptune, Piscean energy can kind of be like that deceptive energy where it's like, I'm in love with the fantasy, I'm in love with the dream, right? But there is this need, and, you know, maybe there's some friends that are kind of like letting you know or sharing things with you, but I do think it's important for you to kind of say things out loud, because sometimes if you say things out loud to someone else, the things that you've been going over and over and over your head, it can show you where your reasoning or your logic or your opinions are a little bit faulty or a little bit off, okay? And I do think that some of you were deceived too, I feel. Like some of you found out on a trip with this person, or you found out that, you know, all isn't what you thought it was, okay? And for those of you that everything was going amazing, you had your 10 of Cups, and then this person pulled out the rug from you, my heart goes out to you. And, you know, fuck that. I just want to say, pile number one, because you're beautiful, you're sexy, and I don't want to see you waste your energy on a situation that spirit, access denied, doesn't really want you to be in anyway, okay? So, you know, I mean, whether you're in it or not is up to you, but, you know, Spirit has its preferences. I feel I have to tell you, you know, your guides or your angels, I feel they're willing to negotiate with you in Libra style, pile number one, but, you know, they have their preferences of what they would like to see you do and how they would like you to kind of go about things and evolve. And right now, it is time for a detox. So, you know, whatever detox means from you, even if it's detoxing from a person and just putting those boundaries there, that can be important too, or whether it's an actual physical detox, there is a calling to detox right now for you, pile number one. Okay, so pile number one, that was your chaos reading. How fun. I really enjoyed that. Sometimes it's fun just to like do a crazy chaos reading. You guys let me know if that resonated with you, or if you were just like, Natalie, what the hell was that? You know? What the hell was that? Okay, but if it resonated, thank you. If it didn't resonate, then no need to say anything. No, I'm just kidding, pile number one. I have a stronger ego, or a stronger ego, I guess, than that, where one, it's so funny because people make comments sometimes, and I used to get real bent out of shape about them, and sometimes I do respond, but 90% of the time I just delete them if I don't feel like looking at them, or I respond and go, ha ha, because I think it's funny. All right. All right, pile number one. So thank you so much, my loves. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Do give me a comment, a like, share, subscribe if you feel so inclined. Happy full moon in Pisces, pile number one. Let's go on to pile number two, numero two. All right, pile number two, we're gonna do it. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. You chose the Citrine stone, and we are celebrating the full moon in Pisces today with a total chaos reading. There's no piles, or there is piles, but there's no oracle cards. There's really no topic for the reading. I'm just gonna pull whatever cards I feel like, and we're gonna see what messages shake out and what feels good, what feels squishy, what feels yummy, what feels like yummy in my tummy. All right, pile number two, what feels like yummy in your tummy. All right, and you know, we're at 28 degrees Pisces with this full moon, which correlates to the 10 of Cups in the tarot, or Mars in Pisces. So, you know, we're at the end of the train, we're at the end of the line, we're looking around and everything's looking fine. So what comes next? All right, so let's drop into the energy, pile number two. Spirits, angels, and guides for my beautiful pile number twos, please be with them and I during this beautiful chaos reading on the night of the Pisces full moon. Okay, so let's see what messages Spirit wants to share with you, pile number two. I'm getting the name Luke, or the L names, could be L names like Lila, Luke, things like that, but I am Lilac, the flower. I'm getting the L's right now. Lottery, Spirit gave me the lottery. All right, so is somebody playing the lottery? Does somebody know something I don't know? Pile number two. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. I feel like Spirit wants to tell you you won the genetic lottery, which is like you're cute, you're hot, you're sexy, you're fun. Pile number two. So well, yeah, beautiful, beautiful for you. Beautiful for you. Look in the mirror today and appreciate the beautiful you. What does Spirit want to share with my pile number twos? We have the Magician, beautiful you, look at you. All right, pile number two. So, you know, it's a good day for spontaneity. It's a good day to speak in affirmation. It's a good day to, you know, manifest something and tell the universe what you want. And people always say, oh, the full moons aren't good for that. But I say, fuck that, do whatever you want, because you're in charge of your mission, you're in charge of your intent, and only you have sovereignty over you. And your person you answer to is your higher self and God and the heavens and the other people in life that you're accountable to. But other than that, that's about it. So do whatever the hell you want, embrace it, enjoy it, love it. You're learning a lot right now, pile number two. You have a lot at your disposal, and your gifts are aplenty, my loves. They are aplenty. Let's see what else Spirit would like to share with you. the plenty, the volume, the bountiful volume. We have the Seven of Swords, so trickster, it's tricky, you know, it's tricky. I met this little girly, her hair was kind of curly, right? It's tricky. Isn't that a Run DMC song? It's tricky. Was that song written for you, pile number 2, or the situations that you get your little tap dancing self into? All right. But, you know, there is some trickster energy alive and well. There is some jokester, some joker energy alive and well right now. There is some court jester energy alive and well. And, you know, it's so funny with this hot stepper here with his red boots. Here comes the hot stepper. Sometimes it looks like he didn't even have time to put his shoes on, like he's just wearing red socks and not even any shoes, okay? And he's just hot stepping out of there. So what are you hot stepping away from right now, pile number 2? Here comes the hot stepper, all right? Are you a lyrical gangster, pile number 2? Okay, are you living on a danger? I'm a lyrical gangster. Are you guys writers? Do you have some crazy ideas? Is your mind looping and looping on repeat right now? Are you in the middle of writing something really unique and interesting? By the way, pile number 2, have you seen the movie, or have you seen on Netflix, it's called The 3%. It's filmed in Brazil, but it's a really interesting show about the haves and the have-nots and class war and all of that. But it's brilliantly executed, and the acting is very rich, and it's such an interesting show. It's subtitled, so if you only speak English, you can totally watch it. But yeah, it talks about how like certain energies or systems kind of get away with things, all right? And how people have to kind of work to earn their place in society, right? Okay, and with you, I think you would be one of the 3% for sure. Pile number 2. But, you know, I'm not going to do a spoiler. I'm not going to do a spoiler on the show. If you've seen it, you've seen it. If not, no worries. Let's see. We have the Hierophant. All right. So some people right now are not liking your hot stepper ways. They're not liking your loosey-goosey. All right. They're not liking your loosey-goosey ways, or how you're not really committing to something, or they think your ideas are kind of weird or foolish, or they think that you're too much of a iconoclast, or you're too advanced for your time, or maybe some of you guys work in a very stuffy profession, or you work with people that are very old school and have a hard time changing and think things need to be done in a certain way. And I feel like you guys are just kind of like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it my way, all right? As Usher would say, I do it my way and I'm in control, okay? So, yeah, I like it my way, what I say goes, and I'm in control. Okay, I can't sing it all, pile number 2, but you guys know what I mean. What I say goes, and I'm in control, and I'm doing it my way, okay? And there may be other people that don't like that right now and are like, stop. You know, like stop, or telling you halt, or you need to think this through, or you need to think more about how this is going to affect other people. Or maybe you're saying that to someone right now, like you're trying to reason with someone and say, hey, you need to think this through, you know. And for some of you guys, I'm getting a work vibe, or you know, like a peer or somebody who's taking issue with what you're doing and, you know, isn't really liking what you're doing, I feel, okay? Somebody is bristling against you, all right? Pile number 2. But I think you guys are like, you know, my way, as Usher would say, what I say goes, and I'm in control, pile number 2, okay? All right, so we have 3 of Wands, yeah. You're like, so what, you know, so what? Pile number 2, to whatever these energies are. You're just like, so what? Like, I'm independent. I know what I'm doing. Don't look at me like that. I didn't ask for your opinion. You know, take a long walk off a short bridge, right? So I gotta say, I love your attitude, pile number 2. You don't really want to, and, you know, to a certain extent here, you do have the magic touch. Now, things could get out of hand quickly with this Seven of Swords if you don't have the support that you need. And maybe, you know, going it completely alone is, you know, not advisable. I mean, everybody needs a teacher or mentor, someone who can check their work, or even if you're self-employed, you know. I mean, I'm self-employed, and I'm accountable to the people that watch me, to my audience or my viewers. I'm accountable. I have mentors and teachers of my own where I'm accountable to learn things and, you know, so grow in my skills and all of that. So, you know, try not to, try to take a little bit in, because with this Hierophant energy, we have Taurus, right? And Taurus is all about listening. So maybe there is somebody that could maybe possibly, I don't know, pile number 2, if you listened a little bit, could offer you some words of wisdom, all right? And yeah, but at the same time, I think you guys also get frustrated with old systems that never change, where people are not interested in trying something new, or even just bending a little bit, or even bending the rules a little bit. I mean, it just becomes very claustrophobic. So I think, you know, your soul is aching for this kind of, you know, open energy. We have the Six of Wands. I think you're going to be successful, okay? I think you're going to, and I was getting that kind of like hubris energy in a way, and I was going to mention hubris, and the Six of Wands, you know, is that, you know, that posture of like, yeah, I did this, you know, and it's kind of like rubbing it in people's faces after they said you couldn't do it, which, you know, I'm okay with pile number 2. If there was a lot of people that came up against you, or maybe even parents or society that was like, you can't do that, or that isn't something that you can do. And I think it is something that you can do. And I think, you know, just stay open to mentors and teachers, like I said, and sound advice. But other than that, I see you prevailing, okay? So your instincts are correct. And for as much bravado as you have, pile number 2, 8 of Swords on the bottom of the deck, you may doubt yourself a little bit at times, or you may wonder what your next step would be, or what your next move would be, all right? So let's go ahead, and we're gonna get more chaos. Woo, there they are. So we have horse and travel, not by horse and buggy, pile number 2, but travel by any means that you can. Go near and hunt far and wide for what it is that you're looking for. And, you know, what it is that you're looking for is not the same old, I can tell you that much. But you're looking for is something very unique and different that is uniquely yours and is a result of your unique contributions and gifts. And when I see the horse, I see freedom. I see a stampede of freedom and the wild horses, okay? So you need that right now. And we have mountain, which came out in pile number 1 as well. And so we have strength and travel. So the strength to kind of go your own way, right? As Fleetwood Mac would say, you can go your own way, pile number 2, okay? Stevie Nicks, a beautiful, beautiful, amazing witch. Let's get one more here. We have the bear and rest, okay? So, you know, and we have eagle guide on the bottom, all right? So I do feel your spirit guide is here to guide you with the Hierophant, and they are like checking you when you go a little bit too far, all right? It's a good gut check for you when you're a little bit out of your comfort zone, pile number 2, or when you need a gut check. And I feel like your guide, eagle, is there to guide you with that wisdom and keep an eye out for you. After you have been traveling and you've been working towards more autonomy and freedom and opening up that energy, and you've been so strong, like the Emperor, like this mountain is reminding me of the Emperor, it's time for some rest, okay? And winter is coming. So, you know, hibernation for bears in the winter, right? It's time to also rest if you've been super exerting yourself a lot, pile number 2, in your quest for victory and accomplishment. which I think you are going to have a very public victory over your enemies with the Six of Wands here. And I think you're going to crush them, my lovelies. So I'm getting like the energy of like the Game of Thrones, you know, like winter is coming and the mother of all the dragons, right? So good for you, pile number 2, mother of dragons. Let's see, or father of dragons. Let's go ahead and see. We have, yeah, there it is. There's a mountain. Moon in Capricorn, accomplishment. Scale mountains to get a sense of achievement. For sure, for sure. And you have the energy to do it with the Three of Wands, and you will be very successful, you know, and that is a lot of exertion, you know, that's going on right now. There's a lot of public acclaim and achievement. And if somebody has been pushing back on you, no, we can't do it that way, or we got to stick to the old way, I think their way is going to become obsolete. And, you know, what you say goes, pile number 2, and you're in control. All right, so don't worry about these other energies if you're kind of concerned about it professionally or when it comes to your goals or achievements, all right? And we have the Sun in Taurus. Okay, so it's balancing, you know, and there needs Libras on, you know, eclipse and Libras on the bottom of the deck, talking about the need to reevaluate fair play in relationships, right? Is somebody wanting their way too much? Is there a battle of the wills here? Because the Magician is very willful and the Hierophant is also like, no, I want it my way, you know? So when you put the Magician and the Hierophant together, you get the Five of Pentacles, and you would say, because it's a Mercury and Taurus card, okay, the Five of Pentacles. But, and you'd say, well, that's crap, you know, how does the beautiful Magician and the Hierophant make the Five of Pentacles? It's a little too much, you know, it's a little too much of, there's too many cooks in the kitchen, okay? With the Magician and the Hierophant, there's a little too many cooks in the kitchen, and I think people start to become self-conscious at some point, like a little bit self-conscious about things, all right? And this is beautiful, though, this Sun in Taurus with these wonderful pentacles and the money and opening up the door here. And j'adore you, pile number 2, okay? And I'm seeing the initials EM, like EM or Emily. I'm also seeing the J names. And I'm seeing like Jab or Job or... yeah, I'm also seeing my good friend Jody's name here. I'm seeing the name Jody. So if you watch this, then hi. And yeah, I mean, I feel like boost self-worth in your finances, okay? So there is something about your money situation and your sense of self-worth. And I think it's radiant, though. I think it's beautiful. Look at this beautiful field of lilacs. And did I mention the L names or lilacs at the beginning of your reading? Or was that in pile number 1? I don't know, it's a chaos reading. But I definitely mentioned lilacs, and here they are blooming, all right? They're blooming beautifully, and the tops of these trees are gorgeous. And, you know, Taurus is a time when the lilacs are in bloom, and there is this energy of material achievement and success and money, okay? So, you know, after pushing yourself that hard, there is time for rest, I feel, okay? And let's see what else is going on with you. Chaos reading, pile number 2. Let's work it. We're gonna work it on the runway, all right? Travel, the horse, we're working it on the runway. And of course the Six of Wands is riding the horse, so that's good, you know, and he's on his horse and he's comfortable. He's comfortable in that position of authority and being recognized and seen for what he or she has done. So good for you, pile number 2. Let's go ahead and see what else is here. We have the Grim Reaper. All right. So, you know, there is something here about you've been pushing yourself really hard, and when you're going up against naysayers and you're having to exert all this strength and draw on your practical skills and you climb this mountain, you know, there is this, well, and it says here, grow and transform your life, okay? So it's been kind of a serious thing for you, pile number 2, where it's like, yeah, I want to grow and transform my life. But I also feel there's this message of a relationship being over. So there's a relationship with somebody, and it could be a teacher, an old teacher or a mentor, or it could be a peer or someone that you knew where that connection is just gone a little bit stale, okay? And this is a chaos reading and the cards are flying everywhere. So you know what? We're gonna take them. We're not gonna, like normally I would say, no, we're not gonna take that. But you know what? We're taking everything today. So we have mask, cassette, clock, self-indulgence, and twin flames, okay? So if you've been, you know, and this clock here reminds me of Saturn, Capricorn, needing to take our time, needing to go with the cycles of time, seeing our progress as we go and transform our life. And it's been serious business for you. During this time, you've encountered a lot of outdated thinking that you've had, or you've encountered others with outdated thinking, Miss Hierophant, either within yourself or with others. And you've really had to get to the core with mask here of what people are really afraid of. What is it that they're really hiding or holding back from you? And what are they really afraid of? Some people just don't like to be exposed like that, okay? And, but I feel like you're like, hey, I'm not gonna take a back seat anymore. I'm in the front seat, and that's cool, okay? And, you know, with this self-indulgence, I see her with this beautiful long hair. She looks so cute. And as I mentioned, you guys are so cute. And it is time to heal and focus on yourself. And that isn't self-indulgent. It isn't selfish. And if you're feeling very drawn to your own agenda right now, pile number 2, hey, good for you, because I feel now is the time. I want it my way. What I say goes, and I'm in control. Okay, pile number 2. And twin flame energy is here as well. And there may be something, and I haven't really talked about relationships. This is kind of the only relationship-y type card that's come up here. There may be a relationship that is currently supporting you in your path to evolvement and achievement, and is helping you to balance out this energy, all right? And helping you to work with the energies of duality and the essence of complementing each other. And one thing I mentioned today that I learned about the yin and yang symbol is how it always keeps moving. You know, the yin and yang, it keeps moving. If it stops moving, then it dies, okay? The Grim Reaper, then it dies. And it just keeps, the energy keeps swirling and going. So we have horse and travel here. So with the Magician, there is a sense that don't let it stop moving. Don't let anything stop your progress, right? But you're gonna have to take strategic breaks because you do need some rest. And I think over the winter time, pile number 2, you're gonna get that, okay? And I feel like you've been working real hard. You've been saving up your coin, and hopefully you do have, whether it's a good friend or a romantic partner or someone that you can really rely on, because I feel like that balance of energy is important to you, because you are very self-directed right now. You are very focused on your journey and your sense of achievement. And you don't want anything to get in your way at this time, pile number 2, but there is this balancing of energy with the twin flame that makes it more accountable, is what I see. Like, you know, being accountable to someone else and accountable to the energy, which isn't a bad thing, all right? We have coupling. So there could be some serious coupling going on for you right now as well, pile number 2. And of course, when that comes up, you know, money is a big thing too. We have, you know, practicalities, right? Money and practicalities comes up as well. So that is what I am getting for you, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed your chaos reading, my lovelies. The chaos goddess has blessed you on this full moon in Pisces, and you know, we've just done it to it, pile number 2, okay? So many blessings upon your path, pile number 2, and I hope to see you again next time. Please leave me a comment if that resonated for you, and take care. All right, let's move into pile number 3. Okay, let's do it. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the Rainbow Aura Quartz and the Mermaid deck. And today's reading is a Pisces full moon bonanza, and it is a chaos goddess reading, and we're just gonna flow and go wherever we feel. The moon is at 28 degrees of Pisces, which is akin to the 10 of Cups in the tarot, or Mars in Pisces, and we're in that last kick of the donkey, right? With the full moon in Pisces in the last degrees of the zodiac, Yeah, it's the last kick of the donkey, pile number 3, okay? Kickstart that mule. I used to say that to myself when I was in my 20s and I started to feel tired, okay? And the Pisces moon can make a person feel that way, make you feel sluggish or tired. For me, it's been the opposite. I feel pretty energized, but and I feel super energized to bring you guys this beautiful reading. So let's go ahead and channel it in. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me to the beautiful energy of my pile number 3s. Help me channel the messages for their beautiful souls today as we look at this full moon in Pisces energy. All right, the beautiful rainbow aura quartz. So where do I feel like starting for you guys? Let's start with this naughty deck right here. Why not? All right, why not? Pile number 3. It's the chaos. It's the chaos energies. Actually, you know what? I'm actually feeling this. Sorry, pile number 3. You know what? That's what you got to do. You got to roll with it. I'm feeling this deck instead, okay? This tarot deck instead. So tell me what is going on right now with my beautiful pile number 3 spirit. Show me what's happening with my pile number 3s and what they need to know right now. Chaos reading. Chaos reading. Give me a lot of different information. And let's see what's going on. We have the moon. All right. Well, yeah. And, you know, she's kind of laid out here. And I talked about this sense of being tired or needing sleep. And I am seeing the initial A here, or the initials C and A here, and somebody's howling at the moon. Something may be keeping you up at night, pile number 3, and you're trying to sleep, but there might be things on your mind or just noises or the things that go bump in the night. But I do think you're trying to sleep. It can be hard to sleep during a full moon. And yeah, because you can feel like you got a lot of energy. And yeah, and it is spooky season right now with the moon. There could be a lot of memories that are coming up for you, and you could be feeling very sensitive at this time. But you're in a very holy space within yourself, I feel, pile number 3, which is super cool. So let's see what else we have here. Let's see what other energy spirit would like to bring through. A very holy, sacred place within yourself right now, pile number 3. And there is a point of stillness and balance. As crazy as the external world may be, there is an internal world of peace, I feel, for you. We have the King of Cups, and it kind of came out upside down like this, but I don't really read reversals. But something I will say is, you know, I feel like there is someone in your life, or someone, or it's just your own emotions. You know, it's just your own emotions. And there could be a lot of emotions swirling around you right now with this King of Cups. And the King of Cups is Pisces, and in the tarot represents Pisces energy. And the moon is also associated with Pisces in the tarot. You'd think it'd be associated with the moon, but it's actually associated with Pisces. So you've got a double Pisces presentation here. So high emotive energy, and it could be draining you or tiring you out right now. And your emotions could be a little bit backed up or constipated, or maybe having a little bit trouble flowing with the energies, okay? And, you know, but I think it's going to become smooth sailing for you. I really do. I think eventually this tension that you've been holding on to is going to release, and it's going to be smooth sailing for you. And if there's been tension between you and another person, or between you and someone in your life, I also feel that this tension is dissipating, okay? Let it dissipate. Let the energy drain from your body, pile number 3, okay? Let the moon purify you. And let this energy just dissipate from your system, okay? Because it wants to. It's like water. It wants to flow. It wants to go, and it wants to flow. So let's see what else is coming up here for pile number 3. We have 10 of Wands, okay? There's plenty of things that you're doing during the day. And, you know, it looks like what the fuck right here. WTF, but I also think it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's the calendar, and you may, you know, today is what? Today is, what is it, freaking Tuesday? Is it already freaking Tuesday? Yeah, I think it's Tuesday. No, is it Monday? What is it today? Oh my God. I think it's Monday. Yeah, I think it's Monday. All right, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, things could be a lot busier for you, but I also feel like this is like, what the fuck, okay, WTF. And there could be some big things that you're dealing with during the day and you're under time pressure or you're under a clock and you feel like other people could have called out sick or other people could have, you know, for whatever reason, you're stuck kind of handling everything. It's like on the day, like if you're a wedding planner and it's like on the day of the wedding, you know, all your assistants fail to show up, right? And then you're like, fuck, you know, and then you got to do kind of everything yourself. And, you know, the struggle is real, pile number 3, okay? What the fuck? It's like that. There's a song on TikTok, what the fuck, all right? And I definitely feel like that's happening for you right now. And I feel like some of you are like, yeah, and I need a haircut, and I haven't had time to do the things that I want to do. And my posture's been bad, or my neck has been fucked up, or my back has been fucked up, or I've been real stressed because these people aren't on time, or the materials aren't coming on time. And I laid everything out with such precision, but these fuckers are not, you know, cooperating, all right? So, and I feel at night, you guys may be dealing with a little bit of worry, but I feel at night you're also like, I need to rest. I need to freaking rest and let the dogs howl at the moon. I need to rest, okay? And anybody that's kind of interrupting that, you might not be super pleased with that, even if you're having a hard time sleeping, okay? Sleep is your friend right now, pile number 3, and these heavy burdens, timetables, deadlines, you know, all these things that you wrote out to prepare, but everything kind of crumbled at the last minute. I mean, it's rough, pile number 3. You're right. It's been rough energy. We have the 5 of Cups. I think sometimes you just want to, you know, maybe sometimes you just feel like you want to disappear. And I don't mean that in a bad way, pile number 3, but, you know, I mean, that is the energy of Pisces, Neptune as well. It's like, I just want to dissolve, let my body float, let myself go to my happy place. I need space and time to work with what I'm going through. Some of you guys may have had a loss recently, because I'm seeing the rest in peace in the background here. And, you know, or you've just been suffering with seasonal allergies and it's really been causing a lot of watery or itchy eyes or crying. But I feel like whatever it is, like something's just really been bothering you and you haven't really had time to deal with it or process those emotions. And it's been a real bitch, pile number 3. And I think there isn't anything wrong with admitting that. But I also just want you to know that you're very beautiful. And even if you don't feel that way right now, you are. So let's see what else here. We have the Empress. Yes, you're very beautiful, even if you don't feel that way, okay? And we have the 7 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and I love it. It's these 2, they're holding their hands up. I feel like there are 2 friends, or there are 2 people in your life that are like, head up, hands up, high five of us, we're on our way over, we're gonna help you. You don't need to feel that we got you. And if you need us, we'll be there for you. It's like calling in the cavalry, okay? Calling in the replacements. It's like if all your workers didn't show up and you're like, hey, I gotta call my friend or whatever. I need to get, you know, Betsy and Jesse over here to help me with this shit, okay? And I feel like they're like, yeah, we got you. We're not gonna let you stand here and deal with this on your own, okay? And yeah, so I think that's something else for you to remind, because I feel like sometimes that Piscean energy, especially at the end of the zodiac, like it is at 28 degrees Pisces, can make us feel like we're way out in no man's land, in the middle of nowhere with nothing really to support us, okay? And that can really feel like shit. So with the Empress, it's like, you know, there is something that you need a lot of energy right now for whatever it is that you're doing, because you're in that stage of creation and birthing and bringing something new into fruition. And it takes energy, it takes love. And whatever you put your energy into, pile number 3, you put your whole energy into it. You put your whole love, you put your whole devotion and your whole heart into it. Okay, and it is flourishing here. This Empress is flourishing. It's beautiful, okay? And her face is a little bit like, shit, I had to hold the world up by myself, but I'm here and I did it and I'm here still in love, okay? So I want to point that out to you, pile number 3. Now, this is let's get to the chaos, right? Where I just start taking random decks and giving you messages, pile number 3, okay? So let's go ahead and see what other random messages I can give you here for my beautiful pile number 3s. We have bad boy agenda and hustle. So I mean, you've really been hustling. You've been hustling and working it and working it and killing it, I feel, pile number 3, in a good way. And, you know, there are other people that would take shortcuts. There may be competition or other people that would have a nefarious agenda or take shortcuts, but you demand excellence, you want excellence, and you're not going to put up with that, okay? So if there is somebody in your space who's acting really insincere and breaking their promises to you, whether that's work, family, friend, romance, you know, like, call it like you see it, and it puts you in a bind, and you don't need to put up with that, okay? We have emptiness, and you know where this road leads. You know, when you're dealing with this type of energy, and it's very upsetting, the 5 of Cups, and it's a whole lot of emptiness, okay? And I feel like some of you guys may be dealing, whether it's coworkers, employees, friends, family, romantic situations, where there's not a whole lot to that person, all right? You're a lot deeper than this person, and you're a lot more in tune with your emotions, and you do have, it's like somebody who's dating someone who's like a total loser, who doesn't have their shit together, doesn't even really have a good personality, and that other person is carrying the entire weight and doing fucking everything and still looking beautiful doing it. All right, pile number 3. So you know what, like, baby, embrace that 5 of Cups and let that shit go, and call Jesse and Betsy and get your friends there to block that energy for you and help you defend that, okay? Because that, you deserve so much more, pile number 3. Love burns. Yes, it does. Love burns. And that can be romantically, that can be, you know, and I feel like you guys are saying, yeah, I've got burned one too many fucking times, and I'm fucking done with that shit, okay? And good for you. We have blocked on the bottom of the deck. So some of you, after this full moon in Pisces, the moon's going into Aries, and you guys might just say, I'm blocking this shit. I don't want it anymore. I want a fresh start. I'm not going to live with this. I'm not going to deal with this anymore. Fuck it. Okay? What the fuck? All right, pile number 3. So let's get some more cards and see what else we can get for you guys. And yeah, we're going full chaos with your reading, and I love it. We're just going wherever the mood takes us, okay? So we're just gonna go there, pile number 3. Let's see what else. We have the 10 of Cups. All right, well, you're the first pile to get this 10 of Cups, and it's in this very weird deck, and it looks like somebody's wearing a t-shirt with a cop car on it. Looks like a real deviant 10 of Cups, but you know, it's funny because the moon is at 28 degrees Pisces, which coincides to the 10 of Cups. You're the first pile to get it. And you know, it may look different, and it might not be exactly as you imagined it, pile number 3, but there is happiness for you, okay? There is happiness for you, and I feel you're very close to it. You're very close to it with something that you're working on or something that you're doing. And there's just a need to have a little bit stronger boundaries, or a little bit more pushback, or the ability to let something go that is no longer serving you. And then that 10 of Cups comes right through, okay? We have the 8 of Swords. So where are you holding yourself back from your own happiness is something that Spirit wants to ask you, pile number 3. Where are you kind of complicit or holding you back from your own happiness? Or where have you starved yourself from what you really need? You know, King of Cups reversed. Where have you really, Empress, right? Where have you starved yourself for what you really deserve? We have the 9 of Wands, and somebody's getting a lot more strict and getting pissed, okay? And I see this in the 7 of Wands too, all right? It's like after this period of questioning and over questioning yourself, is this right for me? Did I make the right choice? Or even just not questioning. I don't even think it's questioning, pile number 3. I think it's more like almost faking yourself out in a way. It's like, you're like, no. Like, I am not putting up with this. I am not going to stand for this anymore, okay? And I see you guys being very, you know, forceful with your boundaries and what it is that you want and where you want things to go in your life and where you see things headed, and you're not putting up with this bullshit anymore, okay? Whether it's work, whether it's romance, family, whatever it is, I see you guys, you're not in this indecisive energy anymore. You're not putting up with these interfering thoughts anymore, or holding yourself back from your own happiness. You're taking the bull by the horns, okay? 9 of Wands. I like that. It's very dominatrix-y, okay? So I like that. I really do. You're holding the whip. Now you're holding the whip. You say when, pile number 3. And we have the 8 of Coins here. So do you guys know how sexy you look when you work? When you're working it, look at how sexy she is. Look at that card. Do you guys know how beautiful that ass is, or how sexy you are when you're working it, when you're really standing in your power and you're really focused and determined and you're not second guessing yourself anymore, keeping yourself from your own happiness? All right, like, it's sexy, and I feel like people admire you. Pile number 3, they admire you for your strength and your determination. And your body, I feel, is also very strong too, all right? I feel that clinch game is like on 1,000. Pile number 3, I don't know why I'm saying that, but anyway, it's a chaos reading, and it's not an 18+ reading, but, you know, I'm seeing what I'm seeing, okay? And yeah, and I think, you know, you guys just keep your mind on your money and your money on your mind, and keep working your way through things. Keep standing strong. Let others come in and help you. Call Betsy and Jesse to come in and get it with you. And you got it, okay? And there's no need to keep yourself from your own happiness, because it doesn't look exactly like you thought it would, okay? That's the other message I want to give you here. Let's use this mermaid deck and see what the mermaids would like to tell my beautiful pile number 3s. What is the message from the mermaids, please? 9 of Pentacles. This card, I had a feeling it was going to come out, because this is you guys. You know, the mermaids are like, you're already doing it. You're in it. You're already doing it. Like, your dreams, what you wanted, your accomplishments. You might be, oh, am I there yet? Did I make it? Am I where I should be? You are there. You are in it, and you are doing it, and you are mastering right now. You spent a lot of time, you know, on your knees mastering something, pile number 3. And I mean that in a respectful way, because, you know, like when we're apprenticing at something, we got to put in the hours and the time and the effort. And there's no need to second guess yourself, because you are in the middle of doing it. 9 of Pentacles and the Empress. You are already doing it. You're in it. And the mermaids say you're hitting the bullseye, okay? You're hitting the bullseye with what you're doing right now. So have faith in yourself. And we have the 4 of Pentacles. And, you know, there's some jealous haters, all right? I gotta be honest, pile number 3, because we have the Fool on the bottom of the deck. There's some people around you that you think that you naively fell into what you're doing, or that you didn't have to work that hard, or, you know, or are jealous of what your success is. Like, why can't I have that? Or why can't I do that, right? And Spirit is just saying, don't concern yourself with that energy. I think you can feel it at times, that, you know, I think you can feel it psychically at times when people throw you that kind of energy. Sometimes perfect strangers may actually throw you that kind of energy. And here's Betsy and Jesse putting their hands up for you like, hell no, okay? So I think pile number 3, like, if there's been something really bothering you, whether it's with a friend or a loved one, or even just a complete stranger or someone at work, and you're like, why don't they trust me? Or why don't they, you know, why don't they believe in me? Or why are they always making these comments? Or why are they, you know, and not even comments, because I don't see a whole lot of swords energy here, really. In fact, there's no sword, well, the 8 of Swords, but I feel that's more like your own self, all right? I feel sometimes, though, you feel other people's shade on you. Like, oh, you didn't really work for it or whatever, especially for those of you that started a business and are having some success, or, you know, are into a new role and you got promoted quickly, or whatever the message is for you here. But, you know, don't worry about that, okay? Don't, if you're young as well and, you know, you got put into a certain role, don't worry about that. You're talented, you deserve it, okay? And you've met the qualifications. So I don't want you to worry about that, pile number 3. We have 5 of Cups, all right? So as strong as you are, and there's the Fool again on the bottom of the deck saying hello to us, all right? And, you know, we have the 5 of Cups twice in your reading here. So as strong as you are and as much ability as you have, you still do need comfort and love and touch and affection and a reason to go on, a reason for doing what it is that you're doing. And it has to go deeper than the money, I feel like, okay? And you do it because you care for others, or you do it because you don't want to see what happened to you happen to anyone else, or you do it because you genuinely care for others and want to see them feel special and light up their life in a really beautiful way. And that's wonderful energy, pile number 3. And that energy blesses you. The Empress, the 9 of Pentacles, it blesses you. It actually brings you closer to your success each and every day. All right, and there may be people that do not understand this path. They don't really get it. There's a lot of sacrifice involved with the 5 of Cups. There's a lot of working on your knees, and I mean that like humbly, in a humble way. And a lot of people don't understand that. They want the quick thing. They want the quick thing, all right? But that's not how it is, okay? And I see you guys really being an amazing comfort for others and being there for others. And there may be this question of, well, I'm there for others when they need me, but who the F is there for me when I need them, okay? And, you know, the Empress here and the 9 of Pentacles feels, to me, a little backed up emotionally and may feel a little bit off or alone at times, okay? And yeah, and so that's why I think it's important to call on the energy of good friends who can be there, all right? And there is someone else here too, right underneath Betsy and Jesse. There is this Knight of Wands and Page of Wands, 2 in the Sun. Okay, so happy days are here, happy days are coming. And I do feel like there's a suitor or somebody who's very passionately drawn to you and your energy and thinks that you're very fun, exciting, and interesting, okay? And yeah, so it's taking things one step at a time, right? I feel the majority of your energy right now is being drawn into some things that you've been working very, very hard on, both emotionally and in the physical world. But I do feel like there's fun and romance here for you too. And there is this sense of being able to play and enjoy the time that you have with someone, okay? So I love that for you, pile number 3. And we do need that in a world that's got increasingly more serious and more cutthroat. Like, we need that sense of innocent play and joy in what we're doing, all right? So thank you so much, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed your chaos reading. I hope that that was fun for you. Actually, let's get one more card. And normally I would never do that. I wouldn't just stop me in the middle of my ending and just pick another card, but it's a freaking chaos reading, all right? Acorn, wisdom, all the wisdom that you've accumulated through these challenging lessons of having to sometimes go it on your own and rely on yourself in times of need. You've accumulated a lot of wisdom, all right? And, you know, right before winter is when all the squirrels are saving up their acorns so they have food for the winter, right? You're being very smart about this too. Ooh, we have fire. I'm so glad to see that. That's that action. And I did want to see the fire because I feel like the fire that is here in your reading is, you know, kind of feels negative in a sense, with this love burning and this domineering energy, or feeling like you have to do things on your own and very tired or upset by that. I needed to see some positive action, some positive movement in the right direction, okay? And this fire is providing that. So that's good. We need to balance that out. And we have healing and the serpent, all right? So, and we have moon timing, all right? So the phases of the moon is full, and you know, there's timing. There is healing, I feel, available for you around every full moon, pile number 3. This is something, you know, if you've had built up energy from a 28-day moon cycle and you need to release that energy emotionally and there's been tension for you, ask for that. The full moon is a time to do that so you can fire it up and move into the new moon with the sense of renewed action and strength, okay? So that is what I am getting for you, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed your full moon bonanza in Pisces, chaos goddess time. Hope to see you again real soon, pile number 3. Leave me a comment if you feel so inclined, and take care, my lovelies.